Welcome back to my channel Conquer the Fear. In this video, we are going to discuss about the most frequently asked interview questions with respect to Java, Spring Boot and Microservice interview. So the interview question is about what is the difference between JPA repository and a CRUD repository. So if you are looking out for a video which is a last minute interview preparation, this is the very short video. Please stay back the video till the end because I'm going to explain you very quickly how you can give the difference. Now the very basic thing what he looks out for that is that what is the difference. So you have to first explain that these are the core interfaces and these are the interfaces which are provided by the Spring Data JPA. Okay, now you have to tell him that these are used for the basic operation. Now when you want to do some basic operation, then you will be using the repository. Then if you want to perform some advanced level operation, then you will be using these operations. Okay, so whether it is CRUD operation, whether it is any pagination and sorting or any other advanced level mechanism, we use this. Now on the right side, if you see, there is a CRUD repository at the bottom, then you see there is a JPA repository at the top, but in between if you see there is a pagination and sorting repository. So this, think of this as an CRUD repository as the very basic repository, so which will contain all the required basic things, operations. We will give you a related example, but just think of this. So CRUD repository at the top, it will be, from that you there will be an extension. So pagination and sorting will be extending that, and then you will be having a JPA repository which will again extend from the pagination and sorting and the CRUD repository. So the JPA repository will be the combination of CRUD repository plus the pagination and sorting. Okay, I'll give you the example. Now we'll first discuss about the CRUD repository. So this is, think of this like a very basic car. Okay, so it gives you a very fundamental operation, very basic operation which is required for the particular entity. So let's say you have a basic repository, so it will give you the CRUD operations like create, read, update and delete operation. Now what all methods are included in it? There is a save method, which is the find by method, find all method, delete is there, count is there, exist by id. These are all methods which are there. So this is the very basic repository. Now where do we use it? Now when you want only the basic fundamental CRUD operation, in that case you use it. Now when you're working with very simple models and you don't want a complexity querying, you don't want pagination that is to be done, so in that case you use it. Now this is one of the specialized repository where you can add some custom queries methods as well. Okay, so this is about the CRUD repository. Then comes pagination and sorting. Now this can be, now consider this as an one level up, or you can as a sedan where you have a better options, better features available from the basic operation. So the pagination and sorting is the facility which is going to provide you with all the operations which are there in the CRUD operation what we discussed. Okay, along with that you can get the benefit of pagination and sorting. Okay, that is the added advantage when you are using the pagination and sorting. Now you can consider this as one of the enhanced toolbox which will contain all the basic tools plus the, let's say you want to handle very large set of data and you want to retrieve using the pagination sorting mechanism, you can use this pagination and sorting. Now what are the methods? There is find all there is, which will give, one is it is taking as an sorted thing which will retrieve in the sorted way, and the other one it is taking as an pageable, that is in the paged manner. Now JPA repository, this is something which is going to extend the pagination repository and the CRUD repository. So this means this will include all the operations which were there in the CRUD operation, all the operations which are there in the pagination and sorting, plus there will be additionally JPA related specific features. Now what are this is going to be having, that is that we'll have flush, we'll have save and flush, we have delete in batch, we can get one and then do that. So these are all the additional features. So what you do is that you get this particular additional feature. Now think of this like a ultimate toolbox. Now this, consider this as one of the luxury car or an ultimate car where you have all the features for us, like including the basic sedan as well as the normal car, right? So consider like that. Now, when do you use this? Basically, when you want to perform all the CRUD repository operations, paginator operations, so you want to perform all sort of, you will need all features, right? So like pagination and sorting, and last you want to process large set of data, right? So in that case, you use it. Now, when you want to perform basic operation, you can you need to perform like batch operations. Basically, let's say you want to delete the multiple entities efficiently, you want to do the immediate saving, like save and flush, right? In that case, you want to integrate some more deeply JPA features, like or you have an entity manager with some advanced scenarios. In that case, we use this. Okay, let's go to the, I would say, Francis. If you see here, the CRUD operation, what we already discussed, the pagination and sorting is the sorting mechanism that is not applicable in the CRUD repository, but it is applicable in the JPA repository. It has that operations, right? So now if you see, these are all the complexity, hierarchy, JPA specific related things which are available within these two particular repositories. I will also go to the exact code to show you how I am trying to relate it with the correct example. Now you will see there is one CRUD repository. I created one repository over here. I have one student repository. So I already have a student class, okay, which I have created. Now these repositories are created on top of that particular entities, right? So we have created a student repository which is going to extend the CRUD repository. Now this is the very basic operations. So what all methods we already discussed. Now if you go to this, you will see there are delete operation is there, find is there, save is there, find by some ID. So these are all the basic operations which are required. Okay, there is no much advanced things required in this. So you will get all the basic things which are required in this. Okay, now let's take an example of JPA repository. Now I have extended the another repository. Now if you see, this is the student repository I have created, but if you see, this is the JPA repository. Now, so before going there, actually I would like to show you, like CRUD repository itself is extending the repository over here. Now when we go to this particular repository, we already discussed, right? So JPA repository is going to take the reference from the CRUD repository and the pagination and sorting. Now you are seeing this, there is a list here, but ideally if you see, if you click on this, you will see there is an CRUD repository. Now CRUD repository again is a repository. So the very root level, there is a repository, then comes the CRUD repository, and then comes the list CRUD, and then there is a JPA repository. Along with that, there is a pagination and sorting engine. Now if you see here, this is again going to extend the pagination and sorting. Now if you see, there is a repository. So now if you go to the very top level, you will see there is no methods inside. Okay, but if you see this pagination and sorting mechanism, right? Now you will see on this JPA repository, you will see delete all is, find all is there, flush is there, save all flush, which all, these are all the advanced features which are required when it comes to advanced level working with the JPA. Okay, I hope I was able to explain you all the differences between the JPA repository, the CRUD repository, and the pagination and sorting. And if this video was helpful, please share it with the needy people. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. Thank you for watching.